What's going on? Welcome to Blockchain Tech and Finance News with me, your host, Ken. If you're on the YouTube side, please do subscribe, turn on the bell notifications. And we're going to start out with the markets today. Again, this is Blockchain Tech and Finance News. Smash the subscribe button. Live weekdays at 7:30 a.m. EDT and Saturday 11:30 a.m. EDT. Obviously, is quarter past the 7:30 mark time. Yesterday we started. Typically these will start around 7 a.m. If you want to ask what I've been doing, answering people who are being scammed on NFTs, losing thousands of dollars, and wanting to leave the OpenSea and NFT niche marketplace altogether based on their experience. What I have to say is definitely I provide answers as best I can, help as best I can, but ultimately at the end of the day. And this has nothing to really do with me. It's just actually some message I saw in passing that people are having a rough time. They're getting scammed. They're being attacked by bad actors trying to get them to click dangerous links, verifying or trying to mint dangerous contracts that are draining wallets. So basically that's what's going on. That's what I was answering a couple of things about with one person who's being affected by this in the space, about what to do and what's a good practice for yourself. And one is obviously keep your DMs closed. These days, maybe Discord is not the environment to really be in. A lot of Discord servers getting hacked. I'm not saying don't be there, but just do, if you are new to this, maybe don't jump into Discords right away. Maybe just follow a project's announcements. My suggestion, and this isn't financial advice, everyone has to do their own research in this marketplace, but if you're interested into art and art on chain through NFTs, if it is art, if it is gaming, or whatever it is, do massive piles of research and keep researching and don't stop researching. And the point of that is so you don't lose your assets. You do informed research, and you also involve yourself in something, in a project that shows to be competent and shows to be something that is a good environment to be in. Does the project have a competent team, a transparent team that's always there answering questions? Ask that question. Ask the team questions about their project. If there's red flags in the answers, if things sound to be too good to be true, pipe dreams, moon terms all the way around, you're gonna make tons of money. It is too good to be true. Don't follow those things. Take caution in those type of projects. Find a project that you like for the art itself first, or you like what's going on. That's something that relates to you within yourself and your life. Involve yourself in that project. Maybe pick 2 or 3 of them. Again, every project should, if they have utility or something past just an art PFP, they should have a white paper, even a light paper just for a PFP if it's art based. What the artist, who's the team, what's it about, what's the PFP mean, why are you doing this? Those sort of things should be put forth in a light paper, I believe. Look into those things. If a project doesn't have that, maybe if you like the art still, and you're going to mint it, then go jump into developer groups. There's a lot of developer groups. There's a lot of you can find and research. You can Google smart contract developer group. I will note of Hashlips. Hashlips is a platform that you can go to. He's on Twitter. He's got Twitter Space. He's got YouTube content. He's got a Discord. He's got a community of bustling developers. Morales, and Ivan on Tech people. Eat the Blocks, to name of a few. Talk with me. Ask me questions. Put your questions in the comments. Put your questions in the chat. Chat with me. Let me know in the chat what you think. I can see it right up on there. I'll feature it right on the stream if you got a question here. So everyone can see your question and we could talk about it and answer you to help keep you safe from decisions you might make, from others trying to scam you, or projects that just aren't really going to deliver what they set out to really deliver, and they aren't really there for their own project. They're just there to kind of cash grab, basically. So look for all of those sort of like red flags that appear in a project that could give you an indication of why you need to stay away from it. And in all, if it's affecting in any way, take a break. Learn to take a break. Just take a break. There's always going to be a new project. There's always going to be a new art PFP. There's always going to be something that's coming forth that you can find interest into. And maybe now is just the time for you to focus on self and take a break. Watch announcements. Maybe just jumping into your first project. And I'll leave it at this. Don't jump into Discords. Just follow announcements on Twitter, follow announcements on Medium articles. They should always have those. Be on a Twitter space with the project. They should always be there on a Twitter space for an AMA and an update and things like that, or whether it's Clubhouse or a YouTube video or live stream. Be there for those events. So with that being said, let's go into the market watch. And again, that's the sole reason why we are a quarter past, and now it's 7:52. We typically will be starting this. I'll be starting this between 7 and 7:30 a.m. Typically go time. We'll chat a little bit. People can give their comments and chats and feature on here while we get going and share the stream out. And then at 7:30 a.m., I read the news. So albeit, again, I apologize, I'm a little late today because I want to be helpful. I want to be there for people in this space and in this industry who are connected to NFTs and artwork, because I am an artist. And I go about being a good actor in the space. So that's why people like myself and people like yourself, if you're an artist or you're a project aspiring to build something that you know you won't give up on, that you know you're going to succeed wholeheartedly within yourself, even through trials and tribulations and failures, to learn from this and move forward to succeed, then your presence can help mitigate risk in the space by succeeding. And when you succeed, the people who involve themselves in your ecosystem, in your project, in your artwork, succeed as well and mitigate themselves from risk. All right. With that, if you want to check out my art, I'm KinsArt on OpenSea and Foundation. You can follow me on TikTok, KinToshi.gg. You can follow me on KinToshi.gg on Instagram. You can follow me on Twitch, KinToshi.gg, for gaming content and other social content. And again, let's go right on into the stream. Hear my family waking up in the background. Probably little sisters and brothers getting going here for the day. I don't know if you can hear them in the background. I think they're arguing over a toy, maybe. All right, let's go. We got the market watch we're going to start with. We got the Dow down 0.35%. We got the S&P 500. I'm going to put my my eyeballs on so I can actually see the screen and take out that blue light from there. Where's my just give a quick wipe of the old spectacles. Does anyone say spectacles anymore? All right, let's go. So we got let's go back over to the US markets. Just gonna check my stream is working and rolling. Great. So I typically share the streams out in multiple groups, but this morning I'm just gonna throw it in the groups I do. I won't be spending the time for the Discord things to share this stream out in the Discords. So let's go. That's why it's good to have your bell notifications on, so you can just jump in these streams day to day on your own accord. We got the Dow down 0.35%. We got the S&P 500 down 0.84%. Do I got this up on the Jumbotron? Yes. All right, cool. NASDAQ down 1.37%. Is my audio working on Twitter? Oh, let's go. That's why it's good to have your bell notifications on. All right. I got that chat up there too. NASDAQ down 1.37%. The global Dow down 1.91%. Gold is down 1.64%, and oil is down 3.46%. FTSE 100 down 2.11%. It's a pretty red day, it looks like. The DAX DAX is down 2.39%. The CAC 40 is down 2.08%. The FTSE MIB is down 3.06%. The IBEX 35 is down 2.57%. The Stock 600 is down 2.36%. In the Asia markets, we got the Asia down 1.16%. The Nikkei, I'm going to start saying Nikkei. I feel like I said Nikkei. 2225, down 0.58%. Hang Seng down 1.18%. Shanghai down 0.66%. Sensex down 1.73%. Singapore down 1.10%. On the Forex, we got the Euro down 0.85%. The Yen up 0.3%. That's because the Japanese are buying the yen. The pound 1.78%. Australia dollar down 0.99%. The DXY IDA index up 0.85%, and the WSJ IDX is up 0.75%. I mean, that's maybe not the only reason, but yeah, the yen is being bought by the Japanese, so maybe that's incentive for other people to go buy the yen on the Forex markets. Trade the yen. I don't know against what, but let's go. The U.S. 10-year is up 0.053. Germany 10 years up 0.073. Italy 10 years up 0.107. Spain 10 years up 0.071. UK 10 years up 0.29. And Japan 10 years down 0.0163. On the futures market, we got the DGIAF down 1.26%. S&P F down 0.14%. NASDAQ F down 0.53%. Gold down 0.16%. Silver down 0.271%. And crude oil down 0.349%. So I don't know what the markets are going to continue dropping like in this in this for gold, silver, and crude oil. But maybe not financial advice. Do your own research. But maybe that's going to be a time to enter for when those rates go back up. On the crypto market, we got Bitcoin USD down 2.04%, $18,854. Ethereum USD down 0.299% at $1,284. XRP USD down up 0.74% at 48 cents. Bitcoin Cash USD down 0.69%, and Litecoin USD down 1.37%. And Monero USD in the USD value is down 1.87 cents. So Bitcoin is at 18,854. Ethereum is at 1,285. XRP USD 48 cents. Bitcoin Cash $114. Litecoin USD $52. Monero USD $138. And some change respectively. All right, the first piece of news I have going into here is, let's go. For Cardano, what Cardano highly anticipated Vassal hard fork will bring. So Cardano's got a highly anticipated Vassal hard fork. That's what they're calling it, Vassal hard fork, and what it's going to bring. So Vassal delivers an update version of Cardano's smart contract scripting language, Plutus V2. So this article is by Ian Allison, writer for CoinDesk. If this is going to video that's going to play, I just want to stop that. Okay. On Thursday, September 22nd, the Cardano blockchain will carry out its much-anticipated Vassal hard fork, a backward incompatible upgrade taking place on the main network that is intended to enrich smart contract capabilities, increase the chain's throughput, and reduce costs. Plutus is Cardano's native smart contract language. Vassal will deliver a version of Cardano scripting language, Plutus version 2, as the foundational layer of Cardano. Plutus efficiently separates the code that drives smart contract, which remains off-chain and runs on a user's machine. From the on-chain validation of transactions, the Plutus V2 features will become available one epoch after Tuesday's hard fork, expected to occur on September 27th. Cardano is sometimes criticized because its smart contract capabilities are seen as lagging behind Ethereum and other Layer 1 blockchains. That with their thriving decentralized finance DeFi communities, unlike Ethereum, which uses an account-based model rather like banks, Cardano is based on the unspent transaction output (UTXO). systems associated with Bitcoin, a way of calculating what's held in users' wallets by keeping tabs on the change left over when coins are spent. Vassal's change in the Cardano ledger will put inputs into UTXOs to be used in scripting contracts without spending them, in other words, facilitating access to information stored on the blockchain without the need for spending and recreating UTXOs as was previously the case. A tweak to the way reference scripts are handled allows for a drastic reduction in the size of transactions that run them were previously. Man, how many ads do you want to nestle into your article? Do you really want that change, those pennies every day? A tweak to the way reference scripts are handled allows for a drastic reduction in the size of transactions that run them, while previously this caused processing delays. Cardano extends Bitcoin's accounting methodology to handle smart contracts known as extended unspent transaction outputs, EUTXO. Man, you really want to show me those ads, Dell? Come on. Designed to keep most functionality off the blockchain as possible. A key feature both when it comes to scaling. When it comes to, when it comes to scaling and other terms of reducing the scope of attacks and security breaches, some see blockchains as fully programmable platforms, game engines, database, and whatnot. But what they really aren't. They're ledgers, and they keep track of transactions. Said Cardano technical director Matthias. As such, keeping critical on-chain execution at a minimum is crucial for security and audit purposes, he added. Other improvements post-Vassal, although no hard work is required for this, will include what is known as diffusion pipelining, a way for increasing Cardano's speed and scaling potential by compressing some of the idle time by propagating blocks ahead of their full completion validation. Blocks ahead of their full validation while still validating headers. The scaling upgrade will streamline the process of sharing information about newly created blocks among network participants by ensuring that blocks can be propagated across the network well within 5 seconds after the creation, according to a blog post. So that's what's going on here. The Vassal, the Plutus V2 smart contract scripting language upgrades for Cardano. Let's keep going. Let's keep going in these articles. Let's keep the show rolling. If you got comments, go ahead and chat in the comments. Can see your chats in there, and they can be featured up here on the stream. If you got information that you'd like to see, put it in the comments, put it in the live stream chat. A nothing burger. How expectations are influencing Bitcoin and Ethereum prices following the latest Fed rate increases, from Marcos Cabello. This is from Next Advisor, a partnership with Time. Article writer. Editorial independence. Okay. The crypto market responded quickly and predictably to the latest Fed rate increase Wednesday afternoon. Both Bitcoin and Ethereum's prices dipped immediately following the Fed's announcement that will increase interest rates by another 75 basis points. The crypto market was already in the midst of a rough week on Monday. On Monday, both tokens had fallen more than 10% over the last week. Crypto has been closely trailing macroeconomic events, and over the last year, the market has consistently reached negatively to rate hikes. Reacted negatively to rate hikes. In a matter of minutes on Wednesday, Bitcoin's price dropped from roughly 19,500 to 18,900. Ethereum saw a more modest price drop, falling more than $50, but both drops signify more than 3% drop after the Fed made its announcement. Bitcoin and Ethereum rebounded immediately following the drops, but their prices eventually plummeted again late Wednesday afternoon. Bitcoin fell nearly to 18,000 and Ethereum nearly 1,200. Since then, prices for both tokens haven't changed much, and Bitcoin hovering around 19,000 and Ethereum still hovering around 1,200 threshold. Recent volatility notwithstanding, price drops following the Fed's rate increase were relatively small compared to the drops in recent months. So it has to do with the market expectations, according to experts. Everything is relative to expectation, not exactly what happens, but what happens relative to expectation, said Joel Kruger, a market strategist at LMAX Group, a financial technology firm headquartered in London that operates foreign currency and crypto exchanges. Short of some wild price swings in the immediate aftermath, things have played out as expected. Here's what investors need to know about what's happening with crypto today. So, one, how how market expectations are driving crypto prices right now. Experts anticipate that the Fed would raise rates by 75 basis points. Because those predictions came true, the crypto market didn't see extreme volatility in the prices today, at least nothing out of the ordinary. This is in contrast to July, when the Fed announced the first 75 basis point hike, which was significant. The Fed has remained consistent in this message throughout this year. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell shared hawkish sentiments, indicating more aggressive action might be taken in the future toward inflation and further rate increases in late August. As such, Wednesday's news was perfectly in line with expectations, and thus the crypto market didn't experience a big shakeup, experts say. It's a bit of a nothing burger, said Andy Long, CEO of White Rock Management, a digital asset mining company headquartered in Switzerland. There is a 10 to 20% chance of something a bit more hawkish, but that didn't happen. Everybody expected 75 basis points, and so you can see this afternoon that downward pressure relaxing a bit. Long said we'll continue to see short-term impact on crypto prices from Fed rate decisions and economic news, but the expectations are largely priced in before news drops. Let's see. Is that the whole? So what else? I'm gonna skip over again. I have all these articles in the recaps. I don't want to like harp upon like too much. Let's stick to the main points here. What should crypto investors do in the face of inflation and Fed rate hikes? Cryptocurrency is as volatile as investment comes. And the current economic climate has supercharged that. With more rate hikes in the horizon and potentially incoming recession, experts anticipate more price drops in the crypto market, though that impact may be short-lived if they are in line with market expectations. As such, experts suggest that you stay the course on your long-term investments, whether crypto or otherwise, and avoid selling when prices dip. You're likely to see price drops in the coming months, especially if inflation doesn't improve following the Fed's fifth rate hike. Again, I'm calling Bitcoin 15,000, not financial advice. That's my personal theory on it. Someone else I know is calling Bitcoin to go to 10K. So I called Bitcoin back in, 2018 to go to 5K, and it did from its high. We just have edged dipped slightly below 5K and then rebounded and stayed at 5K. Slowly grew from there. We just have to ride the short-term volatility, Long said, and if you believe in the long term, which I do, you can be long-term bullish. Investment experts recommend that you dedicate at most 5% of your portfolio to crypto. Additionally, experts caution that you should only invest what you're okay with losing, as crypto prices are notorious for gyrating wildly and suddenly. All right, that's there for there. So some points there. Part of the article, chunks I slid over to keep the main points going here. And let's go into another article here from Cointelegraph. So this is a bit about helping NFT folks. And this is from Cointelegraph from writer Dilip Kumar. How to find NFT metadata on OpenSea and Rarible. The Rate API, contract addresses, and token ID. Anyone can find NFT metadata on OpenSea. There's a listen to the article here as well. If you want to do your own due diligence and recircle back, I have all these articles in the YouTube recaps on my YouTube channel. NFTs are a game-changing technology, providing ownership for digital assets and serving as certificates for holders or access keys for the underlying content, which should be music, movies, art, which could be music, movies, art, real estate, and a lot of other stuff. However, what makes non-fungible tokens NFTs useful in real terms is metadata. It may not be a buzzword exactly, but it ensures the user is able to make out what the NFT is all about. Metadata is information about the content that an NFT represents, as large files cannot be stored on the blockchain for the simple reason that they become too expensive. NFTs most of the time just point to the files stored outside the blockchain. They said only a few NFT artworks are stored on chain. This article, CryptoPunks is stored on chain. For example, this article explains NFT metadata, what makes putting up content on blockchain impractical, and how to find NFT metadata on OpenSea and Rarible. Let's start with understanding what NFT metadata actually is. So what is a non-fungible token NFT metadata? An NFT refers to a specific digital asset that could be in the form of a JPEG, GIF, or an MP4 file. Though the token itself is hosted on the blockchain, the file underneath it is stored off-chain. NFT metadata points out specifications regarding the stored data. It might include information such as the NFT's name, description of the NFT, transaction history, link to the hosted image, traits, and much more. As for the advantages of NFT metadata, it helps solution architects to set aside the technical issues when hosting a large file on-chain. Then the preferred practice is to upload the link to the content to the blockchain while storing content on an HTTPL URL on the current internet or the interplanetary file system IPFS. IPFS is a file sharing peer-to-peer P2P network, peer-to-peer. Yep. Network for storing and sharing data in a distributed file. The metadata serves as the input of the NFT smart contract one needs to deploy on the blockchain network. Metadata is specified in a standardized JavaScript objection notation JSON format. Inside the smart contract, though, the information is stored as a universal resource identifier called a URI. As storing as a JSON is too demanding on resources, however, users can download NFT metadata at will. And why is metadata for off-chain data needed? The large size of images, audio, and video content makes uploading it to the blockchain very expensive. For instance, if someone wanted to store 1 gigabyte of data on the Ethereum blockchain, it would cost approximately equivalent of $35 million. If a movie of 160 odd minutes is stored on the blockchain, it might cost more than the expense of making the film, i.e. $237 million. The URI string, as mentioned above, indicates a location where one can find the token's JSON description. The relevant metadata says as a permanent record on the blockchain describing what the token represents. What OpenSea and Rarible add to the NFT ecosystem, huge demand for the NFTs led to the need for marketplaces where users can create, transfer, and monetize their assets. The marketplaces provide the tools for these activities, which are so crucial for keeping up the NFT movement. Topping the charts are OpenSea and Rarible, two open platforms where anyone can mint and trade NFTs. OpenSea is the world's first and largest marketplace for NFTs, enabling users to roll out their own NFT collections to sell on the platform, simplifying the intricate process required for managing and monetizing NFTs. OpenSea provides the infrastructure for minting, listing, and trading NFTs. Initially built to support CryptoKitties, OpenSea has grown to become NFTs participants' go-to marketplace. Rarible is also a peer-to-peer P2P network gateway into the NFT market, offering simple minting and trading features. Unlike OpenSea, Rarible deploys its native token Rari, R-A-R-I, to govern the platform and enables holders of Rari to vote on critical decisions. So how to view NFT metadata in OpenSea? Any seasoned trader will want to view NFT metadata on OpenSea to find out what the NFT is all about. Checking metadata on OpenSea is pretty simple. For ease of understanding, let us focus on finding metadata of NFTs based on Ethereum. The process is as follows. Open the NFT they want to get metadata. So there's an image here that shows you opening the NFT here. And you're going to scroll and click on the details tab and click the link next to the contract address. So here you go on OpenSea. So if you scroll down in this section here, description, it says the description. Below that description will show the tab for details, contract address, the token ID, the standard, what chain, when it was updated, and its creator earnings. In the blockchain, in the Etherscan link that appears on the screen, then copy the contract address. So there's the contract address. The user now types API OpenSea.io/asset. So you can grab this URL here in the URL text box and paste the copied contract address after the slash. That means right after this slash at the end of the URL, followed by the token ID mentioned in the contract details. And so it'll look like this right here, the asset. Yeah, so it's fetching the asset and then / the token ID right there. The metadata of the JSON format appears on the screen. To find the metadata of NFTs hosted on other blockchains, one uses a relevant blockchain explorer to get the contract address. For instance, if the NFT is hosted on Solana blockchain, click the link next to the contract address on the details tab. On the details tab takes one to Solana Explorer solscan.io. One can then use the relevant API to get the metadata. How to find NFT metadata on Rarible. Like OpenSea, Rarible also, again, if this is confusing to you, again, find some dev groups. There's Hashlips, Eat the Blocks, Moralis, now even on tech platforms, and a lot of people in there you can ask questions of who will answer most definitely. Or ask me. Leave your questions in the comments and I'll explain something further. Like OpenSea, Rarible also offers a way to find information regarding metadata. To understand this process, let's use a popular NFT based on the Ethereum blockchain called Exio? I don't know. The pilot, first time I'm hearing this. The pilot who enters the atmosphere of the planet controlled by psychedelic consciousness. Here's the process to find the NFT metadata on EXIO on Rarible. On Rarible, the user opens the respective page of the NFT, such as EXIO, as shown on the image below. So here's a pilot here, looking around the planet. Scroll the screen downwards under the Details tab. In the details, you'll see view an Etherscan. So click on the token ID in the number blue, and yeah, so this is what Etherscan's showing you right here. Mint of R. So this NFT here. The user now will be directed to a new page. Copy the contract address. There's the contract address right here. You copy from on Etherscan. There's token ID in that part. To find metadata, plug the following link into the given format. HTTPS, the API for rarible.org, the V, there's just contract. Again, I'll have this in this link in the description. You can copy this and the contract address and token ID and test this for yourself. Have fun with it. Always stay safe though. Make sure you're clicking the links that are real. I'll have all these links in the recap on the YouTube side. To find metadata on the NFTs hosted on a blockchain other than Ethereum and Rarible, all one needs to do is replace Ethereum with another blockchain of their choice. In some cases, there is no token ID, but below are examples for each particular blockchain represented. Rarible, OK Bears is hosted on the Solana blockchain. I've got Metal 12 hosted on Tezos. Yeah, there's Tezos. There's Flow blockchain. First time I'm hearing that. I know Polygon blockchain, not really being used much these days, but still being used, but not as much as it used to be when it first rolled out as a sidechain to ETH. Take metadata into account when trading on OpenSea and Rarible. Metadata helps users focus on the ownership and tradability of NFTs, thus making the tokens applicable in a string of use cases like art, real estate, music, fashion, gaming, supply chain, luxurious goods, ticket sales, and more. Immediate access to this important data brings efficiency to real-world implementations of NFT technology. Active usage of metadata by the users will promote stability in the ecosystem, adding tremendous value to it. So yeah, for example, if your horse has pink glasses, maybe you get in the some sort of incentive for your NFT because it's really rare. Or the scarf here. You can be part of a scarf club channel that gets you discounts on knitted scarves for having this NFT. That's just an example. A big chunk of traders on platforms like OpenSea and Rarible tend to look at metadata as technical stuff and don't bother to check it. However, an experienced trader would know how important it is to know about every possible stuff about the NFTs they are going to purchase. Both platforms provide users with simple ways to find metadata about the specific NFTs and ensure the tokens they buy are worth the deal. So that's that right here. This is about a bit about metadata. I would go through and on your own accord, reread this article. Check out the links on the APIs and test it and run with it and have fun with it. Let's go on to the next article piece here. We got 2 more coming up. And I might look into see what else is going on here before we close out the stream for the day. So this is from another article from CoinDesk, from Cameron Thompson, writer from CoinDesk. In the business section, we got Funko teams up with Warner Bros. For DC comic NFT release. DC fans who purchase the collectible can connect their crypto wallet and claim the NFT online, which is minted on the Wax blockchain. Pop culture retail brand Funko is taking another step in the crypto space, teaming up with Warner Bros. To offer a physical and digital comic book collectible exclusively through retail giant Walmart. The Fidegale bundle includes a comic book cover from DC's The Brave and the Bold in both printed form and a non-fungible token NFT redeemable online. Funko's aim is to marry the two worlds of physical and digital collecting. CEO Andrew Perlmutter said in an interview, DC fans who purchase the collectible can connect their crypto wallet and claim the NFT online, minted on the World Asset Exchange blockchain Wax, a network that supports 60 million NFTs, including ones issued previously by Funko, Topps, Atari, and other mainstream brands, and 30,000 dApps. Funko, decentralized applications, what dApps means. Funko has been making strides in releasing NFT components to its flagship Pop action figures for the past year. In August 2021, it kicked off its digital asset extensions with its Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collection, allowing users to purchase both figurines along with an NFT. Starting October 7th, Funko will begin selling 30,000 unit Brave and the Bold collection at Walmart. We think it is a great opportunity. To test out what this could look like with retailers, and if we want to expand our NFT business to physical retailers as well as digital, Perlmutter told CoinDesk. Why Wax? But all right. That's my question. Why Wax? That's Funko teams up with Warner Bros. For DC Comics NFT release, and I'm gonna look into that. I don't go into Walmart, but look into it. So this is from Fortune Crypto, writer Marco, and Halloween themed NFT scavenger hunts. The Universal Studios theme parks in California and Florida are adding non-fungible tokens to their list of attractions. Through October 1st, park visitors will be able to participate in a Halloween-themed scavenger hunt that could result in minting 7 million total NFTs. 7 QR codes will be hidden at each park, and each will mint an NFT when scanned. Visitors who find and scan all 7 will receive a special NFT, which MoonPay, the crypto payment service partnering with Universal on the project, will unlock additional perks. But the new NFT experience isn't just for park visitors. MoonPay CEO Ivan Soto-Wright told Fortune it provides the company with actionable customer data. If you're CMO, Chief Marketing Officer, you're thinking, okay, how do I increase the LTV? He said, referring to the lifetime value of a customer. How do I deepen the engagement with my end customer? And this is just one really good example. The rise of NFTs last year was bolstered by their use as digital collectibles, according to the data from Dune Analytics. Major brands including Nike, Dolce & Gabbana, Tiffany, and have sold hundreds of millions of dollars worth of NFTs over the past year. But the NFT sales have since cratered. In July, the overall market hit a yearly low, according to B and Crypto Research. In the last 30 days, transaction volume on the biggest NFT marketplace, OpenSea, was down 13% to about 252 million, according to the analytics platform DApp Radar. Soto-Wright told Fortune that Universal's NFTs shouldn't be affected by declining markets. The use case is more about customer engagement and creating repeat visitors. For me, added Soto-Wright, this is the next wave, 100%. I mean, I think this is a natural progression. There's no way the article just blanks there to white space. So it's oh, it is. All right. So that's that. That's that article there. So if you're going to be in Universal Studios and all in on NFTs, check this out, whether you're in California or Florida. So I'm going to reset the space here for a moment. Look up a couple things here while we chill and reset the space. Give a couple of minutes. Let's see. Chain protocol, success DAO. Let's see what's going on here. It is in the policy sector. This is from CoinDesk writer Nelson Wang. CFTC penalizes blockchain protocol $250,000, files action against successor DAO. The commission said B0X offered illegal off-exchange trading of digital assets and has also filed a civil action against the Oki DAO. The Commodities Future Trading Commission has issued an order filing and settling charges against blockchain software protocol B0X and its founders. The CFTC announced in a press release Thursday the order penalizes the protocol and its founders Tom Bean and Kyle Kistner $250,000 for offering illegal off-exchange trading of digital assets, registration violations, and neglecting to adopt a customer ID program required by the Bank Secrecy Act compliance program. The CFTC has simultaneously filed a civil enforcement action charging Oki DAO, the successor of B0X, with violating the same laws as B0X. It seeks restitution, disgorgement, civil monetary penalties, trading and registration bans, and injunctions against further violations. These actions are part of the CFTC's broader efforts to protect U.S. customers in a rapidly evolving decentralized finance environment, said Acting Director of Enforcement Gretchen Lowe in a statement. Margined, leveraged, or financed digital assets trading offered to retail U.S. customers may occur on properly registered and regulated exchanges in accordance with all applicable laws and regulations. These requirements apply equally to entities with more traditional business structures as well as to DAOs. Commissioner Summer Mersinger opposed the action, however, saying she was disappointed the commission chose to act. We cannot arbitrarily decide who is accountable for those violations based on an unsupported legal theory accounting to regulation by enforcement while federal and state policy is developing, Mersinger said in a statement explaining to her dissent. So that's here about that. Let's see, what else do we got going on here? I'll close out the stream. We're gonna see what other articles are trending here. Just gonna see. Let's go to the news section. So that was more blockchain news. Let's see. Let's see. China accounts for 4% of all blockchain patent applications. JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon. Crypto tokens, Bitcoin are decentralized Ponzi schemes. We read that yesterday. Yep, the vast upgrade of Cardano. Read through Krakens. Let's go into NFT news, see if there's anything there. I know we've covered a lot of good NFT news. So here's something. Many NFT projects lack adequate smart contract testing, says nameless founder. That is true. The Goblin Town creators just launched an NFT marketplace. If anyone knows about Goblin Town NFT, that's on NFT Now News. Crypto downturn makes NFTs artists get creative. Let's see. Reddit. Avatar NFTs raise eyebrows as they rocket to 5K. So Reddit avatars. Let's go into some technology news. See what's trending there. And see, Nothing Ear Stick goes official at London Fashion Week. Borneo, read about that. Some MIT news. All right, so the newest thing we have here is Nothing Ear. Let's see what this is all about. Nothing Ear. This is from the Indian Express Journalism of Courage and the tech sector. Just from Nothing Ear Stick goes official at London Fashion Week. Nothing's next product is now official, but hasn't exactly been launched yet. Check out the details below. Here's what we know about Nothing's Ear Stick. Nothing Ear Stick, Carl Pay's Nothing has revealed its third product, and it's a pair of earbuds, again called the Nothing Ear Stick. The London-based company's new TWS earbuds seem to be a refresh over its first product, the Nothing Ear 1. The new earbuds were tested during the London Fashion Week. The company didn't talk a lot about the earbuds features. We did see the new company elongated slim case design. Something leaks. Why is this freezing up? Something leaks had also revealed earlier this year. Looks very different from the case of the Ear 1. The company said that the new stick-shaped charging case was designed to be compact enough to fit into pockets, and that its design was the cosmetic silhouettes. With pretty much no word on the new, we can assume they will likely be a version of the Ear 1 with a little branding change on the stem. This is something Mukul Sharma's leak also backed. Speculative that the new shape could mean the ear stick may no longer support wireless charging. Leaks also suggest they will not come with an ANC active noise cancellation, although both these points are not officially confirmed yet. All right, I'm going to stop reading this article. There's a piece of tech news. I like to go into more like innovative kind of tech news, but it is tech-based, so I'll sit there with that. Check out Nothing Ear. London fashion. Let's see. What do we got? Finance news. Close this out for the day. Close the stream out for the day. The markets are, pretty red today. It's looking like, but we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Mortgage rates jump again. Remain above 6%. That's 22 hours ago on finance news. Stock market news. The futures crater as the Fed growth fears intensify. The European stock slides 2.8% after weak eurozone data. The new UK economic plan. Let's see. The UK government dishes out extensive tax cuts as country braces for recession. Russian finance ministry seeks to hike oil and gas taxes. It's time to buy on the dip. Kathy Wood snaps up these two stocks under $10. So I don't know. You can go check out that. Kathy Wood stocks, what she's getting into for stocks. Analyst yanks block buy rating on Bitcoin fixation. So the Mizuho securities analyst Dan Dole changed his buy rating for SQ to neutral, citing user fatigue and Bitcoin fixation. So the one I see here, the one I see here is the UK government dishes out extensive tax cuts as the country braces for recession. So let's read this and we're going to close out the stream for the day. The UK government dishes out extensive tax cuts as the country braces for recession. Let's see if this is up on the Jumbotron. Yes, it is. Let's go. This is from writer Jenny Reed for CNBC. The key points of this is the government will cancel a planned rise in corporation tax to 25%, reverse a recent rise in income tax, and cut taxes for businesses in designated investment zones. The Bank of England yesterday said the UK was likely already in a recession. Those are the key points here. So London, the new UK government announced a sweeping program of tax cuts and investment incentives Friday as Prime Minister Liz seeks to boost the country's faltering economic growth. Speaking at the House of Commons, Finance Minister Kwasi said the government wanted a new approach for a new era focused on growth and was targeting a medium-term 2.5% trend rate in economic growth. We believe high taxes reduce incentives to work, deter investment, and hinder enterprise, Kwarteng said. The measures include cancellation of a planned rise in the corporation tax of 20 to 25%, keeping it at 19%, the lowest rate in the G20. A reversal in the recent, so if you want to start a company, maybe the UK and London's the place to go. A reversal in the recent 1.25% rise in the national insurance contributions, a tax on income, a reduction in the basic rate of income tax from 20 pence to 19 pence, scrapping of the 45% tax paid on incomes over 150 euro or pound, whatever, the $166,770, taking the top rate to 40%. Significant cuts to stamp duty, a tax paid on home purchases, a network of investment zones around the UK where businesses will be offered tax cuts, liberalized planning rules, and a reduction in regulatory obstacles. My spouse has family with businesses over in the UK, and that will incentivize them in this network of being in this network of investment zones where businesses will be offered tax cuts. That makes sense. A claim back scheme for sales tax paid by tourists, scrapping of an increase in tax rates on various alcohols, scrapping of a cap on bankers' bonuses. The government estimates the tax cuts will total $45 billion by 2026 to 2027. It's a half century since we've seen tax cuts announced on this scale, said Paul Johnson, director of the Institute for Fiscal Studies. So that should help. Finally, the pound fell to a fresh 37-year low against the dollar, below $1.10 respectively in the hours after the announcement, while investors ditched UK government bonds and the FTSE 100 fell to its lowest level since March. Johnson said markets appeared spooked by the scale of the fiscal giveaway. Yeah, a little too much free incentives or something they feel like being given out to support the people. It comes a day after the Bank of England said the UK economy was likely to have entered an official recession in the third quarter as it hiked interest rates by 50 basis points to combat decades-high inflation. The economy contracted by 0.1% in the second quarter amid a squeeze in real incomes. Despite containing extensive reforms, Friday's package is not being described by the government as an official budget, as it is not being accompanied by the usual economic forecast from the Office for Budget Responsibility. Critics of the proposals warn that the combination of extensive tax cuts and the government's plan to shield households and businesses from soaring energy prices will see the UK take on high levels of debt at a time of rising rates. The energy support package is expected to cost more than $100 billion pound, $111 billion over 2 years. Data published Wednesday showing the UK government borrowed 11.8 billion pound in August, significantly above forecast, and 6.5 billion more than the same month in 2019 due to a rise in government spending. Kwarteng said Friday that the UK had the second lowest debt to GDP ratio in the G7 and would announce a plan to reduce debt as a percentage of GDP in the medium term. On energy, He said price caps would reduce peak inflation by 5% points and lower the wider cost of living pressures. He also announced an energy markets financing scheme in conjunction with the Bank of England that will offer a 100% guarantee in commercial banks to offer emergency liquidity to energy traders. The opposition Labour Party argued that the tax cuts will disproportionately benefit the wealthy and be funded by unsustainable borrowing. Speaking in the Commons, Kwarteng's Labour opposite Rachel Reeves called the plans trickle-down economics and quoted U.S. President Joe Biden, who this week said he was sick and tired of the policy and that it had never worked. So in a note, seismic shift, the fiscal... How long is this? Yeah, okay. We're almost done here. We'll read out this closing out statement section. As fiscal events go, this was a seismic one, said Chris Sanger, head of tax policy at the accountancy EY. The reversal of the decision to deny VAT rebates for travelers leaving the UK only implemented on leaving the EU, and the introduction of new superpowered special economic zone reinforced the message that the UK wants to attract foreign direct investment and travelers. In essence, the government is doubling down on growth, providing tax cuts across the board, he said in email comments. Siobhan Haviland, Director General of British Chambers of Commerce, said pledges to focus on growth and speed up infrastructure development would be welcomed by businesses. The introduction of investment zones also has the potential to finally deliver on the government's long-standing promise to level up if the scheme is truly UK-wide, he said. Lessons also need to be learned from the past. It will be crucial to get these zones right from the start, otherwise they can simply displace growth and investments from one area to another without creating new economic activity. The Institute for Fiscal Studies, our economic research groups, warn that setting plans underpinned by the idea that headline tax cuts will deliver a sustained boost to growth is a gamble at best. Meanwhile, Torsten Bell, chief executive of think tank the Resolution Foundation, said the policies were a simply staggering huge tax cut for richer households. I like the part of the investments in the different sectors for businesses side of things. The UK government dishes out extensive tax cuts as the country braces for recession. All right, that's all I have in the news today. I'm going to close out the stream for the day. I'm going to be back tomorrow with more news. If you're on the YouTube side, please do subscribe, turn on the bell notifications here to blockchain, tech, and finance news. And blockchain, tech, and finance news every day. Smash the subscribe button. Live weekdays at 7:30 a.m. EDT and Saturdays at 11:30 a.m. EDT. If you want to check out art that's NFT based, you can check out Kin's art on OpenSea and Foundation. For my art, follow me on TikTok, KinToshi, follow on Instagram, KinToshi, and follow on Twitch for gaming content and other creative content and just chatting content, KinToshi. All right, with that being said, I'm going to close the stream. I pray you have a great and safe day today. I hope some of the words I shared today were helpful to keep you safe in what you're doing with NFTs or your Ethereum or blockchain and your assets. Not financial advice. Do your own research. Take caution in the markets and always stay safe. Only do what's comfortable to yourself and only put in what you can risk and afford to lose. Because nothing in a stock, nothing in a crypto, nothing in an NFT is guaranteed profits or anything like that. For me, the way I actually look at it, and I'll give my personal take, and why I love NFTs is because of the artwork solely itself. I find the art I like, I buy the art I like, I collect it. Maybe it's a picture on my wall, maybe it's a digital download, maybe it's a poster out of a magazine, maybe it's an NFT. The value to me is a whole nother thing, and the reason why I go into NFTs is for, again, the artwork first. I love artwork. All right, y'all. Stay safe.